We're live, spiritual creatives. Welcome to New Thought Tuesdays with Rich Smith and Dean Regan. Today, embrace abundance and freedom in your creative spiritual journey. That's what we're all about. And today's topic more specifically asks, are you ready to unlock the pathway to your highest good and experience profound transformation in your life? Profound. So this Tuesday, today, right now, we're discussing and exploring that difference between needing and wanting and allowing, and how these states of mind can really and do shape, they're doing it right now, they're shaping your reality. So you're going to discover the extrinsic motivation of needing versus the intrinsic motivation of wanting. So that external neediness and that internal aligned wantingness, and how shifting your perspective from one to the other brings the greatest freedom and fulfillment. So we're also going to talk about scarcity and your awareness of it, your scarcity-mindedness and your needingness, and how the contrast of that needing along with that wanting, that abundance-mindedness, is really the path for your creative endeavors, for your creative abundance, for your creative work in the entertainment industry. And suffices to say, Rich, at New Thought Tuesdays, we're on your side. We got your spiritual back.
We got your back. Yeah. Yeah, needing and wanting. I never really thought of the two until you brought it up. You talked about Dan Sullivan and his perspective on it. And it was really interesting to me, needing and wanting. I always thought needing was like in Abraham says that if you say, I need this, you're saying to the universe that you don't have it, so you're going to get more of not having it. But I always thought wanting was the same thing. But according to Dan Sullivan, there's a difference, and we're going to talk about that today.
And Rich is bringing up, we're referencing somewhat the work of Dan Sullivan, who is not a New Thought, ancient wisdom philosopher at all. He is an entrepreneur and a coach. And some of what he has been, what we're going to talk about today is in a book called 10X is Easier Than 2X, which he co-writes with Ben Hardy, who I'm associated with. So it's not science of mind in that way, but it does bring a distinction, that idea of, with abundance, the idea of I need, and this happened, I've been catching myself recently when I'll say that it's like, I really need it. Like, yeah, I'm needy right now. I'm focusing on the fact that I don't have this and I need it. There's a need feeling. There's this, this not abundance, this limited belief. So that's where I'm focusing on the word needing being this external want and this external desire. It's like this external way of identifying what I don't have. There's a difference between identifying what you don't have, which is fine. Go ahead and identify what you don't have, and identifying what you want. And that's the path that we're on today. So Rich, when we're talking about this whole need to want to allowing, the first step is this external focusing on what isn't and identifying that I don't have it, and staying in that emotional feeling tone of I need it, and moving your awareness, your feeling tone to that place of, yes, I may recognize that this is not currently in my experience. And from a calm or neutral, a balanced and aligned place, I've identified as an unlimited being that I want that in my experience. And so I'm going to bring my focus to, and this is bringing us to the third place, allow it to come into my experience. Now, don't get wrong. I'm not talking about, okay, I'm just putting out there, I don't need to do anything. I need to just say it once. There is a process of allowing as well. But those
Yeah.
are the three places that we're going to today.
Yeah. You talk about Dan Sullivan. We're also going to talk about the Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes and how that relates to wanting and needing. Yeah, wanting and needing. I've been wanting lately changes in my life. And I've been putting it out there to my wife. I would say I need a change in life, but it's like, and I caught myself, like you said, I want something different. I want a different experience in life rather than what I'm experiencing right now. And so needing, and I caught myself saying that a number of times, I need a change in life. I need something different. And there's desperation there, but I want, or even I'm looking forward to some change. I'm looking forward to creating the change. We are the co-creators of our life. We're working with an unlimited power and presence. Nothing's being withheld from us, right? And so I want to allow change to come into my life. Maybe not the change that I want to create. That might not be good for me, but going within, praying, meditating, going within and finding out, what does the universe want from me? Show me the way, guide me. And I've done this throughout my life. That's how I came to the New Thought teachings and Science of Mind and doing New Thought Tuesdays with you. I was always like just saying that I'm open. Show me the way. What is my purpose in life? Who am I? Why am I here? And I'm at that point again. And so I'm open and I'm going to allow.
Open and allow. So we're talking about this idea of needing. We're distincting it from needing and wanting, and we'll move on to more of the allowing. Well, before we go on, I do want to say to folks who are listening online who are not with us today, if you want to join us, this is a Zoom meeting right now, and we have people waiting for this recording to end so that we can all go into a discussion room and bring in our own spiritual practice in terms of needing, wanting, and allowing. If you want to join us, and we do want you to join us, we are in alignment with wanting a larger and larger community of folks sharing this information and celebrating this information. Go to newthoughttuesdays.com. Click on yes, I want to be reminded, and we'll send you the link to the Zoom room so you can join our merry band of New Thought Marauders to discuss this work, because it's great to know the truths. It's great to know this information. We implement it.
Yeah.
We implement it. We bring it into our experience.
We do that in the inner circle. And we also don't record it. We shut all the cameras and recordings and broadcasting off. So It's very personal. What goes on in the room stays in the room. So you can get personal. We can talk about some of the issues that we have, and we can see how needing, wanting, and allowing can relate to that, and how we can use this idea of intrinsic and extrinsic needing and wanting, and how it affects us. So
again, that extrinsic is that external identification of a condition that does not currently exist, that you feel a lack of and feel a almost desperate desire for. That's what we're talking about, the needing. We're then we're identifying it, and we'll talk about this in the inner circle about how to move from needing to wanting to allowing. But then, just to review, then we're talking about experiencing and expressing a place of alignment where you are simply identifying what it is that you want. There are many ways to identify what it is that you want, but simply, perhaps not easily, but with a simple neutral alignment, saying, this is what I want. And we'll talk again in the inner circle about how to, once I've gone from needing to wanting, how do I make that path? How do I implement? How do I go from feeling needy to go from feeling aligned? And how then do I allow it to come, that which I want to come into my life?
And it requires more than just a decision to make that change. It's a journey. It's a practice of self-discovery introspection, and it allows us to tap into our own desires and our motivations, and then we can cultivate that mindset of abundance, creativity, and freedom in our life once we get there. And so that's what we're going to do in the inner circle.
So we've discussed, Rich, we've discussed needing and wanting. So now I think it's time to talk about allowing. And just to pull the curtain back a little bit on this, I said, Rich, let's talk about needing and wanting this week. I've got this going on. That's we're talking about. And he said, Rich says, well, yeah, it's needing. I get that distinction, and wanting, but the spiritual principle is in the allowing. It's like, I love you, Rich. I love how you take this stuff and you go into the spiritual principle so adeptly. So that idea of allowing, talk to us about that.
Yeah. Allowing, for me, my connection with infinite intelligence, the genie within, God, the infinite filmmaker, whatever you want to call it, to you, my connection to that is so deep that I get messages. And so when I put something out there, okay, so like, for instance, I need a change. I'm thinking of LA, I'm kind of over it, wanting to move out to another location, try something different. I need a change in, like, there I go, need.
There you go.
But then I go deep into my spiritual practices, and it's like, okay, so infinite intelligence knows my needs even before I ask for them, or knows my wants. I'm going to put it in terms of wants. So infinite intelligence knows my wants. Okay. It already knows what I want even before I voice it. And so it's out there already aligning things, people, places, and things for my highest good, because my highest good is always knocking on my door. And I have to get to the place of allowing it to come, and then to see the signs that, oh yeah, this is happening. Open. This is a door that's opening. How do you recognize when a door is opening and when a door is closing? When it's closed, you have to move on. You have to go, okay, obviously the universe doesn't want me to move in this direction. I'm batting my head against the wall, trying to make this happen. Let go, let go, let God. And that's how I use the principle of allowing. I let go, I let God, and I listen for the signs, intuition, visions, ideas, creativity starts to flow through me. And then I know I'm moving in the right direction.
That's how you get, and see, when you say, I know I'm moving in the right direction, when this occurs, that's where we take, I'm working specifically, this idea comes up with one client that I'm working with right now. We are talking about sculpting their scientific practice of the science of mind, taking and making adjustments to their spiritual practice based on what is demonstrating in their experience.
Yeah.
And so if you keep getting X and you don't want X, okay, but you believe that X is what you should have, deserve, then there's some adjustment. There's probably some spiritual bypass going on. I believe deeply in X, but I'm going to say, I don't believe in X. I don't believe in X. I'm going to do affirmations that say I don't believe in X. And you're coming from such a deep belief that in X, that you're trying to sugarcoat it and cover it with what we call spiritual bypass. You've got to go to the authenticity of, my belief is this. Let me re-examine my belief in line with, what do I trust? What do I have faith in? Where do I feel a victim? Where am I holding on to this victimhood? And whether it be Science of Mind or Dan Sullivan and Ben Hardy, or even as Rich has been talking about these identifications, how do I move this into the direction of experiencing what it is that I want and allowing it to come to me? Science of Mind teaches that our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality.
Yeah.
The story. And so from a more secular standpoint, Dan Sullivan and Ben Hardy point out to remind us of that extrinsic, that external neediness, and that internal wanting that desire that you have, that divine desire that you have. They don't call it divine desire. That's what we're calling it. And then as Rich is talking about, allowing this universe to work in your favor. As we always say, the universe is absolutely conspiring in your favor.
Mm.
If you have also put up a force field it's like, yeah, no. I believe X, and the universe says, see, X is limited, but that's what I believe. And the universe says I'm unlimited, but I'm going to stick with X. I'm going to go with the belief. Then that's what you get.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
Yeah. And, not to bring something else into this, but let's bring in the law of attraction too, Abraham Hicks. If it doesn't feel good, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. You should just do what makes you happy, do what makes you feel good.
And doesn't hurt yourself or anybody else.
And it doesn't hurt yourself or anybody else. And that's what allowing is all about. Allowing the good feelings, the good experiences to come into your life. And allowing. So anyways, we covered a lot today, Dean. Is 20 minutes up?
We have covered a lot, but remember,
yes,
these shifts can oftentimes require time. Be patient. And what we say when we mean that is be patient with yourself. Be curious. Keep away from the whole shoulds and the musts.
Yeah.
Remain curious. Identifying that area where you're needing, like we've both said, I've caught myself this week saying I need, and it's every time both of us have said this, and we've said it on New Thought Tuesdays this week. We said, when I say need, I'm recognizing that there is some form of desperation going on. There's some form of identifying and focusing on that I don't have.
That's not a good feeling.
And it's not the direction that we want to go in as far as manifesting.
Yeah.
So if the idea of needing is basically saying, I don't have this, I don't have this, and you're focusing on, I don't have this, and I don't have this, and I don't have this, then guess what? You're going to get more of don't have this.
Mm.
If you move into, okay, I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't have this. All right, Dean, back off a little bit. Identify what it is that you don't have. What is it that you want? Let go of the harping for a second, Dean, and just focus on, I am wanting this to easily and effortlessly express in my life, and breathe that in and meditate on that and vision that and visualize that and allow that.
Yeah. Yeah. These feelings that I've been having of wanting something different, to move to a different location, different atmosphere to be in and stuff. Also have to take action too. And then, if you're taking action and doors are opening up, you're moving in the right direction. And, the whole feeling of needing was really painful for both me and my wife to have a discussion about it. But yet when I just let go and allowed and took action towards it, I started getting joy out of looking at different places, different art communities, different areas to live in. And, what's going on there? What is, what do they have for activities in these different areas? And I started.
Wait. You mean you're not just looking at Delaware? You're not just going to move out to my side of the country?
No, I've been looking at Ojai. I've been looking I was even looking at Boise, Idaho, where Russell Brunson comes from. Jan, my sister, when I was in Costa Rica, said, Richard, you got to move out of California. It's crazy there. And it is. I feel like I'm done. We're over it. And both my wife and I talked, and we said, we're really over this. We're living.
Cool. So shall we bring the conversation into the New Thought Tuesdays inner circle so we can have some more discussion about how to implement these ideas, to define them, to share them, and implement them? Are we time? Are you ready for that, Richard?
Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent. So again, ladies and gentlemen, on social media, if you want to be part of this discussion, and we want you to be part of this discussion, recognizing we're good and perfectly happy where we are right now, we are also allowing the idea of even more people coming into our experience. So go to newthoughttuesdays.com, click on Yes, I Want to Be Reminded, and we'll send you the link, and you can come and join in the spiritual fun. So we're out of here. We're history. We're toast. Thank you for New Thought Tuesdays. Thank you, Richard.
Yeah, we'll see you on Tuesday.